Just like a Fed. Asleep on the job.
I just had the strangest dream.
Yeah, that's real sweet, kid. Now, if I can tear you away from the sugar plum fairies, I got a few more questions I want to ask you about Fisher's murder.
Sure, Detective, but didn't we already cover all this at the station house?
Things have changed. We found the rest of Louis scattered around Lake Erie this morning.
Oh, I see. What's on your mind?
Let's start with why the torso killer is delivering to you like he's your goddamn milkman.
I don't know what the torso killer had to do with this. You should be looking into the gunman from the warehouse. Have you identified him yet?
Kid, I'm telling you, that box was no accident. The torso killer was sending you a message. I want to know why.
My case doesn't have anything to do with the torso killer. I was investigating an outfit that calls itself the Brotherhood of Thule. They're a fascist organization who may have some connection to the Nazis.
What the hell do they have to do with this?
I'm not sure who they are exactly, but Louis worked for them. They're into some pretty strange stuff.
What sort of stuff?
Norse gods, pagan knights, that sort of thing.
And you think they done Louis in, huh?
I'm sure of it.
Well, what else do you know about this here Brotherhood?
Not very much. They got to Louis before I could uncover any real hard facts.
Well, I got a real hard fact for you. Louis was done in by the torso killer. You remember anything else? Be sure to tell me. Okay, Hotshot?
Of course, Detective.
First he ruins my stakeout at McGinty's, and now we've got 2 dead men on our hands. Your boy's too green.
Pearson is more than capable of fielding this investigation.
Oh? And why wasn't my office notified?
This complaint falls under COI jurisdiction. This is Pearson's case, and he had every right to be there.
That's what you said about Penske. And you know what happened to Wally. He couldn't cut it, so the FBI
Don't you bring Walt...
Jimbo! How you doing, sport? We'll finish this conversation later.
Sorry if I got you in a tight spot, sir.
Never you mind about that, son. I'm more than capable of handling that grandstander.
I'm making some nice inroads on this investigation, sir.
I'm sure you are, son. How are you getting along, Jim?
I'm fine, sir.
I remember the first time I killed a man. It was during the Great War. I'll never forget his eyes. It can be a nasty business we're in, Mr. Pearson.
Yes, sir. What did Winslow mean when he mentioned Mr. Penske's fate?
That arrogant... He's got a lot of nerve coming in here telling me how to do my job. Well, never mind about Winslow. One day he'll find out that what goes around comes around. It's Walt you wanted to know about.
Yes, sir.
Walt stepped on some toes, and when his behavior became a little overzealous, the FBI called in some favors, and poor Walt was put up before the board. They declared that he was suffering from nervous exhaustion. They packed him off to a sanitarium.
What the hell? These runes look like the ones I found in the bag. I wish I knew what Penske had been on to. Maybe his case has more to do with mine than I thought. What have we here? The Hotel Cleveland, huh? Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Do you have anyone named Mulehaven staying here?
That's Mulhaven, sir, and yes, I should think that the gentleman is staying here.
You seem pretty certain of that.
But of course, sir, Mr. Mulhaven is merely one of our best guests. One moment, sir. Front desk. How are you this evening, Mrs. Hathaway? Yes, of course, I'll have that delivered straight away.
Yes, sir.
Please deliver a newspaper to Mrs. Hathaway in 7B. And for God's sake, man, button that uniform.
Yes, sir. Right away, right away.
May I be of further assistance, sir?
Is Mr. Mulhaven in now?
He is checked in now, if that's what you mean, sir. I believe, however, that he is not presently in his room.
So tell me about this Mulhaven fella. He seems to be a big shot around here.
Mr. Mulhaven is an esteemed guest here, sir. He maintains his own suite.
He lives here?
No, sir, but he travels on business from Chicago frequently. He keeps the same suite reserved.
What room is Mr. Mulhaven staying in?
I'm afraid I can't divulge that information.
And listen, friend. I'm a federal operative on an official investigation. Now, are you going to tell me his room number, or am I going to have to take you up on charges?
Charges, sir? What charges?
Obstruction of justice, for starters.
Very well, then. Charge me with obstruction of justice if you must. I refuse to violate the trust of the management and the guests of the Hotel Cleveland. Make no mistake, however. I shall certainly complain to both my superiors and yours about your strong-arm tactics.
Why, I ought to take you in. Ah, forget it.
Hotel Cleveland, how may I help you?
Jones? Oh, this is Mr. Mulhaven.
Oh, sir, I hadn't seen you come in. Are you feeling all right? You don't sound like yourself.
Never mind how I sound. Where's my blasted newspaper?
It hasn't been delivered.
No, it hasn't. What's the matter with you people?
I'm sorry, sir. I'll have it sent up straight away. Mr. Mulhaven needs a paper delivered to his suite. Weren't you to deliver it earlier?
I did.
Well, he didn't receive it. Now hop to it.
I delivered the paper. Lousy paper. 23.
23.
Mr. Mulhaven! Your paper, sir! Mr. Mulhaven! Lousy cheapskate can't spare a nickel tip.
Hello, Johnny. Rough day.
You said it, Mrs. Graham.
Maid service.
Now, this ought to come in handy if I need to get back in.
You said you wouldn't disturb anything.
Hans. And we shot, my dear.
You said you'd hurry right in and right out. I'll lose my job if anyone finds me here.
I wonder what that German's game is.
Was wollen Sie? Was wollen Sie? Was wollen Sie?